Hey, it's me. See, this is day 20 of my dailies. And if you're new to my channel, which you probably are, I talk about moving abroad. I talk about queer things. I talk about kink stuff eventually. But today is the point in the series I'll be talking about Thailand. And the topic that I'm talking about today is goodbyes. Or as I like to say, see you laters. Because to me, goodbye just feels like either too flippant or it feels like too final. So I like see you later because most people I tend to see later. If not months later, then years later, which is perfectly fine. So on goodbyes, this is probably a bit more, or I should say, this feels a bit more, more heavy. Feels tight, and it feels tight in my belly, whereas like anxiety is like in my body. But this feels a bit tighter. So on saying my see you laters, when I am going abroad, like far, far away, as I am this next one, saying see you laters to my friends. And so yeah, I definitely feel a bit heavier in my body about it. It's hard. It's just a thing for me that sometimes I don't know what the feelings are for a few days. And so it's kind of like in doing my dailies is interesting that I'm like, okay, I want to talk about this topic, but then trying to actually access the feelings. It's like, oh, yes, it's in there. It's like in my body. It's like I have a feeling around it, but I guess maybe I should have brought up the feelings wheel of words. That would have been helpful. But I did not. And maybe I will for when it comes to like the day before I leave or something like that, and break out my feelings will and be like, yep, I'm feeling this word and that word and this word and that word and that word. But right now, I just feel like get together heaviness and it's like somewhere above my belly kind of feel, because I'm what's the word? I'm going to miss my friends here, or miss the people I'm chatting with here. What also that comes across my mind right now is that I also love that it's nowadays, and even though we might be thousands of miles apart nowadays, it's like it's only in an airplane ride, right? And also I say only knowing that for a lot of people, they can't manage the cost. And also there's a cost to the environment, so we don't want to do these things too often, and all of these other intellectual and logical things that when I say with my words, it's just a plane ride, okay? It's not just, because that then minimizes like how travel impacts everything, the person, the environment, and all of the things, right? So I say that to say, I'm like, it is an airplane ride away. It's not like it's like back in the day when we had to take a steamship across a whole ocean to go see family or things like that. And so yeah, I'm thinking of that as a way for it not to feel so tight or very heavy in my body. It's like, okay, I can always come back. I can always come back to Hawaii, see my friends, be on the land, honor that I know. But I would be remiss if I didn't say that I definitely feel some type of way about leaving the island. You know, it was this way the last time I left, right? I don't know. Well, I'm guessing that maybe many of you have felt the feeling of when you feel like in a place, you go to a place, and you're like, oh my gosh, this is one of my places. I don't know if I said this before, maybe I didn't, but Big Island actually is one of my places where my soul was like, yes. excellent. But yeah, and the sidebar to that is that it's still the United States, and because Hawaii was still more recently colonized, and the method of colonization here is still fresh. That is also can be sometimes challenged to visit, even though my soul is like, yes, this place, this island. So we honor that and not live here. Maybe when it becomes the kingdom of Hawaii again, then I'll apply for a visa. Stay longer. Anyway, and I say that because I'm not going to minimize that at all. And there's a deep history there. And there's a lot of just, yeah, a lot of history is fresh. There's still Kanaka Maoli that's not housed here. But that's a whole sidebar conversation about the land where you feel comfortable, and is your energy welcome there, or are you as a person going to be respectful there? So I bring that with me when I think about Thailand as well. Am I going to be received well when I'm as a person there? Am I know I'm going to be respectful, and also how can I learn to be more respectful in the land where I'm taking myself? And I say this because it's all part of my process, and in processing leaving Hawaii and going to a place that really honors the people, is respectful, and they have their own way of doing things in Thailand, right? Because they have a monarchy, and there are certain rules that we don't have in America. So yeah, I guess that's part of saying goodbye to or I should say later, to the rules and energy of America, of the United States, and transitioning into the feeling and the emotions and the learning and preparing my spiritually for being in Thailand. So for me, that is really, yeah, spiritually preparing for the process of the see you later. Yeah, and also I was talking to a friend earlier, just that you're wondering like, oh man, it seems like you're feeling heavier from the see you later. I'm like, no, it's like, also there was a goodbye that I had earlier in this year. Romantically speaking, and a friend and I, we were just talking about that just before I am doing this video now. So I was like, okay, I can't do my daily, like just after. I was like, it's like I need a whole moment. And I was telling them about my backs. And there's a goodbye, there's a story, there's an interesting story. The romance experiment, the grand experiment, as it were. And maybe I'll find a way to concisely share about that particular romantic goodbye. So yeah, it's like that romantic goodbye, thinking back on that, and then now preparing for like a see you later. That's not going to be a see you later, I don't think. It's just not, I don't think. But yeah, still my best ex, best ex situation. Yeah, it was good to break up someone, and it was pretty good, pretty gentle. So, but yeah, saying that see you later, going on into another see you later, it's kind of like, I guess that's what it is. A bit of grief, it's like grief is not final, it can be cyclical, and I didn't think it was going to, oh gosh, I didn't think it was going to wake up that little bit of grief from way back in the beginning of the year. So that was unexpected as I was talking that over with my friend. I'm like, now my heart is doing a thing. And my belly's like doing a thing. And all this because I'm having this awesome getting ready to go to Thailand thing. And so I'm saying all this to say and share that be ready for maybe, I don't know, unexpected little griefs or something like that to come up in your process of saying all of your, see you laters to friends, families, and or lovers if you're not bringing them with you or intending to meet back up with them either ever again or at the place where you're going. So a lot of things that can just like percolate up. Yeah, y'all are seeing this real time. So yeah, that kind of caught me off guard, like just now and even just a moments ago. So might want to tell y'all so you can be ready. Be ready. I'm not gonna cry. I'm not ready for them to do all that on YouTube. But yeah, so that's about saying see you laters and